Hello, everyone. Ashley Pickle coming to you from the conclusion of week 20, where I watched a 5A Division One state semifinal between the Cedar Park Timberwolves and the Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles in a game that was really it was a tale of two halves. And what I mean by that is at halftime, Veterans Memorial was up 21-17. Vets played an unbelievable game in the first half, really thinking that they probably should have been up a little bit more at that time. They had a couple of fumbles that they forced that they weren't able to get any points off of, a missed field goal. So should have been up probably a little bit more at that half. But we were thinking, man, okay, Corpus, they're coming out and they're rolling. They were the dominant team in the first half, and then halftime adjustments came around, and Cedar Park really just turned it on from there. The Black Rain defense got going, really allowed their offense to take the field, and they scored 38 unanswered points. And really from there on out, it was absolute domination by the Timberwolves. Ryder Hernandez, their senior quarterback, 3-year starter, was just as good as he has been playing. Never seems to have any sort of a doubt that he's going to go out there and he's going to lead his team to a victory. But the Cedar Park defense in the second half, they really did. We hear about the Black Rain defense. I asked Coach, why do you call it that? And he said, well, about 10 years ago, the staff that was there said, every good defense has a name, and so that's what we're going to do. And he said it's been really cool to see the culture of that program, that when kids are starting in junior high, that's their goal, is they want to go out there and they want to be defense wins championship mindset and go out there and give it their all. And they really started to be able to penetrate into the backfield and take center fit down, and there was just really no way that Corpus could find a way to get going offensively in the second, but their offense humming just as well. And it was a fun game to watch. It was, you could see why Cedar Park has made it this far, and now they're going to be headed on to the state championship in 5A Division 1 to take on Denton Ryan, and something that they're looking forward to. And Coach told me earlier this week that they're very much focused on making it to state. That, of course, that's everyone's goal, but to see them and see how excited they were afterwards, and Coach told them in the huddle afterwards, we're not done. We made it to AT&T, but the goal is to go out there and win the state championship. The other really cool thing was I was able to interview Coach afterwards, but I also interviewed his son. Gunner was out there with him, and he's a senior wide receiver. And for those of you who follow them on Twitter, you know that they post a selfie on Twitter every single game. And I pulled him in at the same time afterwards and asked him, what does it mean? It's cool as a team to get to do it, but when a father and son, knowing that you're getting to go into your senior year, the last game they're ever going to get to play together, and they got very emotional, and it was really cool to see just how much this means. And of course, both of them not only focusing on each other, but giving credit to this entire team, and they're ready. I mean, they're going to take on what has been the undisputed number one team in 5A Division 1 in Denton Ryan, and I think it's a challenge that they're very much looking forward to. So overall, it was those halftime adjustments. I asked Coach too, what was the difference at halftime, and he said, we were calm in the locker room. We weren't yelling. We weren't screaming. There was no sense of panic. He goes, we told our guys, go out there and do what you're capable of. We told the Black Rain defense, go get going on that, and that's exactly what they did. So a credit again to Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, not to mention this is their first time that they made it to a state semifinalist, a state semis in program history. But on top of that, they are the first team in Corpus Christi ISD to make it to the semifinals in years. In fact, I know Cal Allen isn't in Corpus Christi ISD, but out of the entire Corpus region, they're the first team other than Cal Allen to make it to a state semifinal since 1963. So big doings over there for Coach Semper and his squad, and nothing to be ashamed of. The last Corpus Christi team left, they represented South Texas well, and it was a joy to get to watch them as well. So Cedar Park taking on Denton Ryan. That will be coming up on next Friday. So I've got one more game tomorrow, headed up to Waco to watch Katy take on Buda Hayes. So we will see you after that, and then of course make sure to tune into Fox Sports Southwest Saturday night at 10, as it'll be the last regular high school scoreboard live. And then, guys, we're almost there. 21 weeks, we're going to finally make it to those state championship games. So very excited for that. And, of course, we'll be back on Monday on TFT to break it all down for you. Bye, guys.